Section 69 of 1,000 Things Worth Knowing. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Recording by phone. 1,000 Things Worth Knowing by Nathaniel C. Fowler, Jr. Feeding an invalid. If the illness is at all serious, consult the physician. He will tell you what and what not to give the patient in the way of food. Never cook the food in the presence of the invalid, and keep the smell of cooking away from him. Don't eat in his presence, as it may annoy him. Serve everything attractively, with spotless napkin, tablecloth, and ware. Be careful not to spill anything. Hot articles should be served very hot, and cold ones very cold, as lukewarm viands are not acceptable. Everything brought into the sick room should be covered with dishes or napkins. Better bring in too little than too much, more to be served if the patient desires it. Fire in the house. When the house is afire, cover the head, if possible, with a wet cloth, or dry one if there is no facility for wetting it, cutting holes for the eyes. Creep on the floor and don't stand up or walk, for the air is clearer next to the floor as smoke rises. Unless there are plenty of exits, a knotted rope should be attached to a staple. It is easier to climb down a knotted rope than one which is smooth. If necessary to jump from an upper story, throw out a mattress or something else which is soft, and attempt to land upon it. When at a hotel or boarding house, ascertain the means of exit before retiring. Fits. Generally speaking, the treatment should be similar to that given to one who has fainted. If the patient is hysterical, apply mustard plasters or ice to the soles of his feet and the wrists, but do not dash water in the face or use strong emetics or heroic measures. If the fit is caused by epilepsy, in this case the person is rigid, do not attempt to stop the patient from struggling. Lay him on his back with his head somewhat raised and loosen his clothing. If necessary, hold his arms and legs gently, but do not use force. Place a stick or knife handle between the teeth to prevent biting the tongue. Always summon a physician. Frostbite. Never place the patient near a fire. Undress him carefully and pack frozen parts with cloths wet with ice water. Rub adjacent parts vigorously. Administer hot coffee or tea. If breathing appears to have stopped, treat him as you would one apparently drowned. When the patient begins to revive, place him in a warm, but not hot, room, cover him with blankets, and rub him with a cloth wrung out of hot water. Give him the ordinary stimulants, but not alcoholic ones. Fumigating a sick room. Formalin is probably the best fumigator. Place the articles to be fumigated in a closed room and pour formaldehyde over towels or bed linen and place on the floor. The room should remain closed for 24 hours. A room containing 100 square feet of floor surface requires at least a pint of formaldehyde. End of section 69. Recording by phone.